Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. I'd like to read just a little commentary from Allama Maududi. This was a symbolic of the submission and subjugation of man, of the angels who manage the earth and that part of the universe which is connected with it in any way. We're talking about the angels. This is when Allah told the angels, submit, I'm gonna create a man. Oh no, not a man. You mean he can run around and do like he wants? Right. Yeah. So basically Allah told him, look, you submit to him. And your section of the universe, whatever I put you in control of, you do like he said until I change the script. You know, that's basically what it, okay. So,
in layman's terms.
Yes, this was symbolic submission of subjugation to man of the angels who manage the earth and that part of the universe which is connected with it in any way. As man was being appointed vicegerent by Allah's command, it was ordained that all the angels who worked in that part of the universe must, as far and as long as Allah will, cooperate with him in their own spheres, whether he wanted to use or abuse the powers given to him. In other words, whether the man wanted to mess up, like the climate now. The angels said, this boy is really, really messing up. So you keep on doing like he tell you until I tell you different. That's basically what it means. This implied you must help him in whatever he wants to offer prayer or do any other good work. You must contribute in your own sphere. Or if he wants to commit theft or any other evil, you must be helpful of him as long as we let him exercise his power in that way. But when we revoke those powers, you should cease to cooperate with him. This may be illustrated by the example of a government officer. He is obeyed within his jurisdiction by every official. But no sooner is he deposed by the government than those very officials who carried out his orders cease to obey him. They even handcuff him and take him to prison if the government so orders. It appears that the angels were ordered to have the same kind of relation with man. Possibly the word sajda, bowing down here, may be merely symbolic submission. In other words, I'm going to reverse this totally Negroid opinion, but I got my opinion from here. And give me time and I'll try to make it fit. We're going through, we're right in the middle of a nice stage of development. So the outline of that development is pretty clear. This is 96, 98 stages of growth in the Islamic movement. It could be growth, development, they go through certain cycles. And when I was talking to a young guy that visited here, he said he was from Oakland. So I was thinking about our own development as a community. And if you think about, I was going to do the subject of bay'ah, why people took bay'ah, but they took it for different reasons, and they scattered and on and on and on. But what's our opinion with all the people and all, because we're going to receive tons of people, because the next stage that we're going through is automatic. It's similar to the stages that we went through. This is just another phase of it. This is a higher, more evolutionary stage. And since our belief and our thinking is, I would say, up to par in a way, that what we're working toward, thinking, hoping, inshallah, it will manifest. But the people that come, now I'm getting back to the commentary. They're going to be like reverse angels. They work for the white man. And they're going to follow what the white man tells them. Like all the other groups, everybody else, when the white man told them, okay, infiltrate, do this, that, and another, right? They all took Bayah, they all did what they was, we're here to make things happen, They were under orders. As soon as the white man revoked his decision, they go and they follow what he eventually, because that's their Lord. Okay. This time, it will be the same thing. Because we're not, just to talk about us as a group, we're not trying to do this all by ourselves. In fact, one of our projects that's ongoing is kind of like outreach. Outreach to who? Outreach to everybody. See, you know where they have cyberbullying and all of that? And I heard a couple of programs, white folks talking about counter-cyberbullying and all that. Well, we're dealing with the biggest bully in the universe, the American system. And just at this time, they have a visible bully type. Couldn't get any better. You know, like a schoolyard bully. That's the way he talks, and he deals with weak people like that. Mm-hmm. You know, he don't talk bad. You notice he don't talk bad to people that can fight pretty good. So we got to get along with Russians. Why? Because they're pretty tough. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but if you little teenage fella and ain't got no defense, I'm getting, hey man, I may do anything to you. So, global bullying is part of our mission. It's not only part of our mission in the future, we're already doing that. Now remember, decades ago, little simple stuff like how to punk the FBI, re-punk the FBI, psychological guerrilla warfare, all of this stuff. This is psychological warfare. What it is it's counter-bullying tactics. And as we said, if we live or don't go to jail, it's 10 years ago, but how to punk the FBI, then we won some converts. Not converts, but we won a few. We won that battle. We won it hands down. This time is even clearer. To combat this type of bullying, international bullying of poor, defenseless people, you know, the human being, you know, when you're reading and listening, the things that the human being is sad about, the thing that the suicides amongst white people and all other people are about is they're going through stages of depression. because they had optimism about work and everything, and now they're just in a different place. And so they're committing suicide. It's a type of bullying. The government give them all the training they need to go and kill people all over the world and technically run the people crazy. Then bring them back here, no job, no counseling, no debriefing. They might be doing a pinch of that now, but it still ain't enough. It's not enough to take care of the job. And the people, the whole system is crumbling because of the behavior of the system itself. That's a type of bullying. Because peer group pressure, remember that peer group pressure, why people, you get them in the army, get them trained and say, now I'm going to go over there, and you walking down the door, you're in the infantry and you see people with their heads rolled off and all that, and you keep walking. But you don't have ain't nobody up ahead did nothing to you. But look what they're doing to everybody. You keep going because I'm a fool. I'm going along the military. They told me to do it, and I'm dumb enough to do it. It's my job. Something stupid. He's not going to get anything for it. They give him a medal. It costs about 30 cents to fix and make them damn things, for those doggone things. Right? He loses his life, his legs, sight, and everything. See, we are not common. We have to understand what we're doing. We are not susceptible to being bullied by the system. On no occasion. And we let him know every now and then. We're not in Oakland now for one reason. Because we let you know you can't get us back to Oakland. They done cut off my Section 8 money. They done did all kind of stuff. I see PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric keep calling me when I'm not there, of course. Probably the people there that turned on the water or something and left it running. They've done it before. But I'm not going out there. Why? Because we're in control of our own life. And we have to show everybody that they can do the same thing. See, and one of the ways we're going to do it is reaching out to others. See, sometimes personally I feel like I'm the baddest nigga in the world. I'm the only one in the United States dealing with this stuff. That may be true, but guess what? There's some other people out there dealing with the same type of thing. Maybe we might be a little far. We may be a little behind, but you know what? You know the way they used to have people used to call it staying in the closet? Well, we coming out. Yeah, we're coming out. We're saying, look, we're reaching out to everybody that's been dealing. It's like coalition building. Everybody that's been dealing with this type of, let's call it, COINTELism, for a better name. COINTELism. We can't be the only ones. It's not possible. There's too many people in the U.S., too many groups, too many people trying to do right. So, we'll have to reach out to the whole spectrum of people. So we, with God's help, will form coalitions with all those type of people that are willing, under certain guidelines, but that you know, it's like when, what's the name was in the media unit there in Terre Haute, all the white folks that do different stuff, they were there. Muslims, everybody that was against the government was there. They even had Bo Allen Moody there. Okay. So we're going to teach people about federal bullying. Federal bullying, contra bullying. You don't have to be bullied. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be, you got to get rid of that I'm picked on stuff. The only reason you're picked on is because you never stood up. Why? Because you never knew it was possible. That's all. Nobody just, they don't, the stuff that people moan and groan about is normal for black people. That's why black people is not committing suicide when they lose a job. Because they never had too many high expectations anyway. White people felt there's a job, there's always one there, there's one with my name on it. But now he's useless and not needed, and he finds himself as a target. We have to reach out to those people. Yeah. Coalition building. We knew he was going to always be dealing with coalitions, but we didn't know coalition. I mean, we're going to be getting down with all people that want to go forward. And as we incorporate our stories, we'll be able to educate the whole populace. Half of the people probably don't want to talk about it much because they'll scare everybody away. Or people would think they're crazy. If they don't, if it's the leader of an organization or the deputy leader, whoever's a good guy is going to be the one getting all the stuff. They probably have paranoid. They don't have to be paranoid. They don't have to be afraid because what they are sensing is real. It just has to be confirmed by others. Then after they're confirmed, then they can begin to teach people. See, when you form a group of disjointed, weak people together, it's always the truth is strength and unity. And strength and diversity. It just so happens that we've been out front, so we get all the heaviest stuff. That's the way Allah wanted it. Okay, so the biggest and the longest battle of liberation forces in North America against satanic Zionist American system is us. From what we've seen from our background, have nobody even come close. I mean, like, not even 1 or 2 years. It is, whatever they did, they jumped in and that was it. So, not only are we on the right road, but we're doing the right job. Role modelism. That not only being a credit to the race and a credit to the dean, but we get to practice a little role modelism. Now, as we were saying, that stuff, the people, we're going to have tons of people coming through pretty soon because we're going to the next stage. So the government will fill up the community with just a regular cycle. This was always has happened. And we have always dealt with it properly. So we've used the tactics that were necessary for the time. Strategic retreat. Strategic retreat is very simple. That instead of standing in front of a train, hollering, ha, right? You get out of the way and let it go by, tilt a guy hitting you with a bat, you're going, yeah! Yes. You blocked the punch and broke the body, because that's what baseball bats do to that. But if you step to the side and deflect it, you might do something, right? So, this is the laws of, I had taken this, I bought 2 books with me. This is Selected Works, Chairman Mao Zedong. It has 5 volumes.